The influence of the light is growing in every moment. April 29, 2013. Your mainstream media will still not yet report the progress humanity as a collective is making with the purging of the dark souls from your collective society and influence, and this is because such media is still largely owned by those individuals. You will find in the time ahead that free press is an absolute, and just as will be so with your governments, souls in your mainstream media who display malevolent or service to self-based agendas will be kindly taken away from their positions and, depending on what their higher selves and their guides wish for them personally, will perhaps be rehabilitated of the negativity that would drive a malevolent perspective. Higher dimensional rehabilitation. This rehabilitation we speak of is not anything that will be forced onto anyone, and rather, will be an optional choice that we are quite confident many souls steeped in negativity will accept. We speak in part of the souls who you refer to as criminals who have entered into a specific archetype and way of living for their current earth experience. They will be offered the choice to rid themselves of the negativity that has driven many of their perspectives for so very long, and as goes without saying, every soul on your world who has been imprisoned under false means will be released and given redemption from the difficulty they have had to suffer because of the injustice continuing to take place on your world. Of course, we do not wish to feed a victim consciousness in humanity even when discussing the many ways in which you have been victims of sorts, and even the souls on your world who are falsely imprisoned or where they are for specific reasons that are unique to them and where they are heading along their life paths. Every single one of you are where you are at specifically for very real and necessary reason, and we ask for you all to see the sheer perfection and divinity of this very moment as you find yourselves expanding in unprecedented ways. Awaiting the lightened collective energy levels. We have long informed you that your abilities are to expand and become as infallible as you have begun to learn they can be, and you can as well become infallible in the sense of no longer allowing any happening in your personal lives to bring you down or take you away from the natural center you are learning to breed and feed in yourselves as you embrace the pure states of consciousness making up your ascension experience. The ascension of the Earth has been in a magnified phase since the end of your year 2012, and we note with enthusiasm and joy the purer perspectives already beginning to be made known within you. As we have previously informed you, we are waiting for the collective energy levels to reach the stage needed for us to be able to comfortably be on your world with you, dear souls, and we have withheld our official contact with your world in a brazen manner that will help everyone to know the truth of our existence, because of the collective energy levels as they have stood for so very long. Purposely repeating certain things. There are quite a few things said by us in the higher realms that we feel best repeating at times, for a plethora of different reasons. One of such reasons is that the readership of the communications given from the higher realms is constantly changing, as more and more souls are seeking answers to the great questions that have confounded humanity yet remained right in the open for you to begin to understand and know. As such, the influence of the light and of the higher realms is growing in every single moment, and as more souls are coming aboard who could use general instructions as to what is currently happening with your planet and the role we've been playing in your evolution among so many other things, the necessity to repeat certain facts or impressions we have given in the past arises. We will delightfully give as much information and energy that the information is encoded into, as possible as we wish with every facet of ourselves to help you dear souls find these blissful states of consciousness we are so very happy to be speaking with you from. Every one of you will be introduced to the sentient technology that is our ships, and we encourage every one of you who are beginning to garner interest in us and our craft to research the sightings we have been giving for some time, as they are only to increase in their brazen nature. Denial provides comfort. We are and have been serious about our mission, though of course, seriousness as you see it is indeed not a factor in the higher realms. What we mean is that we are in your skies and under your ground to make ourselves known to you when the energy levels allow for our existence to be accepted and understood, and this is a mission that we fully intend to complete, as indeed, it can simply be no other way. Especially with the vastly pure states of consciousness you're continuing to reach and create for others to be able to reach on the surface of your world, those aforementioned collective energy levels could not be purer, and we are happily anticipating an easy entrance into the collective energies when the sacred time finally does come, and we are able to be introduced to you and make ourselves known to every soul on your world who has remained within a paradigm of not understanding and in many cases, not accepting our presence. The denial factor in many souls will be seen as an aid, as a comfort, because it will be easier to remain within the paradigm they have been used to, even when faced with truths they had not expected themselves to ever know in their lifetime. While the societies you find yourselves in have indeed been cabal created and oriented specifically to serve them, plenty of souls on your world are still very comfortable within the paradigm your societies have offered and will need the calming and lighted influence. That will be you, dearest lightworkers and awakening starseeds, coming to the earth from the higher dimensions. Some of you have come to the earth from planets or other objects in our star system, the Pleiades, while others have come from states of consciousness much purer than those that would require living on a planet. What we mean is that the pure states of consciousness some of you have made your way to the earth from, garner a natural experience of pure higher dimensional love and light, magnified to the extent that the wish to have any type of archetype or identity to live or experience through, which can include living upon a planet, is simply unwanted. We are speaking, of course, of vastly pure states of consciousness that, while many of you have come from, you have not yet grown back into, and we can say with happiness and love that you will be able to fully remember these states of consciousness upon growing back into them. Indeed, there will be so very much for you to learn that will help you adjust to the pure states of consciousness you have long begun growing toward, and we mean this for your personal lives and for the world stage. Personally, you are going to uncover and remember revelations that will help you to adjust to the states of consciousness you have come to the earth from, and on the world stage you will be given truths and disclosures that will shock much of your collective back into awareness. Breaking the earthly paradigm. The period between the initial issuing of disclosure and our official landing may be a bit tumultuous, as humanity will come to find that you have been deceived about nearly every aspect of your existence. The actions of the cabals in attempting to control and enslave you have not been pretty indeed, and one of the reasons they have kept such a tight grip upon the knowledge of our existence is because such knowledge would and will naturally serve to break the paradigm that has been instilled within the minds and hearts of so very many souls. Indeed, upon learning about the existence of we benevolent spiritual beings, many of whom are human and have come from our respective planets to assist in an evolution your planet has been undergoing which you have not been told about. In the face of such information, having a job and all of the other physical, earthly aspects of your lives will be seen as hollow and unimportant, for indeed, you have been kept distracted from the truth and reality of your existence and nature as spiritual beings with the very many aspects of your society designed to usurp the money and spirituality out of you. We mean it quite literally when we say that your cabals have attempted to create a slave society, and they have continued to benefit from the hard work of souls whom they have branded poor or ordinary because their own egos have grown to incredible extents. Finding and beginning to understand your spiritual nature also helps you to break the instilled paradigm that has remained commonplace for so many, and you will be able to find greater perspectives within you with every bit of pure energy you are able to absorb unto yourselves, because your ability to pick up on purer frequencies of encoded light will grow as much as your perspectives will. Intention and effort are required. Continue to make your attempts to feel the opening of your heart taking place, as you are finding yourselves able to fruitfully express the aforementioned perspectives you find growing within you at this time. Every one of you have maintained the strongest and purest connection to the higher realms. It is simply that such a connection cannot be made known to you all at once, for indeed, this would burn you out, dearest souls. We do not wish for that to happen, and you as well would not want to gain a perspective that you have not naturally grown into, because again, you would be overwhelmed. Naturally growing and learning back into the perspectives of the higher realms will see you appreciating such perspectives much more, and as with anything, intention and effort must be put in if you wish to find and expand upon your unfolding higher dimensional experience. Your experiences are truly only to get better from here on out, but when we say this, we do not want it to seem as if you will not still be tested with events manifesting in your lives. Indeed you will, but you will find that the testing begins to orient much more toward what you can do in any and every moment to maintain a balance of physical existence and higher dimensional harmony and joy, which will make your physical existence much, much easier and more enjoyable. You will be able to breeze through your experiences with the happiest of perspectives, and when negativity attempts to come up you will be able to see it for what it is, and transmute it quite successfully and easily. Attempts to crash galactic craft. We are speaking to you from a perspective of being able to instantly dissolve and transmute any and all negativity that would be sent toward us, and trust, dearest souls. Your cabals have indeed attempted to use low-frequency weapons on us and our ships. In the instances they have been able to bring our ships down, which has happened more than you are told, and bring us out of our body temples by making us crash. We are spiritual beings leading a completely spiritual existence, and at any moment, are able to transport into a new body that is readily prepared for us if it is foreseen that the cabals will attempt to cause mayhem while we do our work in your skies. Your cabals have only been able to crash or recover crashed ships because of the technology that was meant to be gained from such ships, as we have been helping to carefully plan your collective life path for so very long, and this has included allowing the cabals to back-engineer much of our technology so that humanity could eventually benefit from such back-engineering. Benefits of back-engineered galactic technology. One of the ways you are benefiting from this now is the Internet, which comes to you on your computers that have been back-engineered from the supercomputers we have aboard our ships. You are and have been benefiting from the back-engineering of our technology in so many other ways that you will be informed of during the disclosure announcements, and we have long wished to prepare you to learn much of what will be given fruitfully in a short amount of your concept of time. As we make our final impressions for this communication, we ask you all to brace yourselves for the bursting open of a millennia of secrets. The revelations will indeed be pouring in one after another, and we are confident in stating that those of you who have already prepared yourselves and learned so much about the very subjects humanity is to be taught in the time ahead, will be able to both calm and inform those around you who may initially wish to panic or retreat back into the paradigm they feel comfortable within. This paradigm is to truly burst open, which is why your light and your knowledge will be more needed than ever. Thank you to the Pleiadian Council of Nine, and to Sanjaz Ka for being their conduit. Channeled through Wesanak. Wesanak.com. AquariusParadigm.com